drink and is scared of her own shadow. The lady next door.
Wait, let me tell you. No, listen, you have a right to remain silent. So when I'm at, and this is why I'm telling you this, today, there's a day where you can you tell your attorney your story today. There might be a day where I get all the details, but it's not today. All right, that's not how it works.
Court kicks off with routine names, but this docket is about unordinary. From dismissed charges to probation violations and looming warrants, today's session escalates fast. Watch closely. Small decisions here carry serious consequences later. Subscribe for more dramatic courtroom breakdowns you won't see anywhere else.
Okay, good morning. I don't see him in here either. Ronald Johnson.
He's in House Counsel 1.
Okay, so I'll pass on him.
He went back in the room.
Okay, Maida Turkovic, come on up. Is there a co-defendant on this? All right. This is 2527890M, the People versus Maida Turkovic. Is that right?
Thank you, Your Honor. Bill Clovis, P38434, on behalf of the defendant. Please identify yourself.
All right, maybe you gotta talk real loud here in the courtroom, okay? All right, Mr. I see we're setting this for a settlement conference.
Yes, Your Honor. We're working towards a resolution. Excuse me.
All right, at that next date, we'll set a trial date. Is there a complainant on this case? No.
I think the officer is the complainant.
All right, we'll set a final settlement conference then, and we'll notify you that date in the mail.
Oh,
Okay, I don't have a dispo book.
that's all right. Thank you very much.
All right. Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bond
Your Honor,
continues.
may I approach it on unrelated?
Ronald Johnson.
Yes, sir.
All right, this is 2531690T, and there's a civil infraction 25TA286711A.
Good morning, Your Honor. James Dick on behalf of Mr. Johnson. The expired license is going to be dismissed. His license is valid. The traffic violation is going to be reduced to a double parking. Asking for a payment plan of $50 a month, Your Honor.
All right, sir, can you tell me your first and last name?
Ronald Johnson.
All right, Mr. Johnson, it looks like the misdemeanor file against you is being dismissed. And then that civil infraction is being reduced down to a double parking. That's a 0-point ticket. But it has a fine of $165. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
All right, and the allegation on October 9th at 25 that you double parked in the city of Taylor. How do you plead, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
All right, I'll accept that plea as knowing and voluntarily given. Sir, it has a fine of $165. And I'll grant a payment plan of $50 a month. You'll receive notice of the payment plan in the mail. If you don't receive it within a week or two, call the court and make sure it didn't get lost, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and if you're going to need, some extra time, or you're going to be late on a payment, make sure you call the court so you don't end up being show caused, or have additional fees assessed, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you're all set.
Thank you.
Yep. I have, Ronnie, on 25, I'll be right back, Mr. Kazakian. 5067. On 250467 SM, this is the People versus Stephen Haynes. Mr. Haynes was to be here today for violation of treatment court program. There were multiple violations. He's failed to attend multiple things, or at least that's the allegation against him. It's my understanding, after speaking with the probation department, that he came in today, learned that he had this violation, and Mr. Keys brought him up to the courtroom and went back down to his office, and Mr. Haynes left the building. He's a flight risk. He has had multiple violations. While in bond conditions of the program, an immediate warrant will issue for his arrest. We have
A sentencing on Tyron Burns.
Burns, Tyron Burns, come on up, sir. All right, this is 2535350D, the People versus Tyron Burns.
Morning, Your Honor, James Kaczynski on behalf of Mr. Burns. I had the opportunity to go over the pre-sentence report. He has no additions or corrections, Your Honor.
All right, sir, can you tell me your first and last name?
Tyron Burns.
Okay. I'm trying to adopt the recommendation for the most part. It is an alcohol-related offense. I don't see any, I see some traffic matters, but other than that, you have a traffic, it looks like you've got a warrant out of Livonia. You know that?
Yeah.
All right, you don't have to talk to me about it. I just want to make sure you know. You got a warrant out of Livonia, you got a warrant out of Farmington Hills. But they're both minor infractions that are not related to drug or alcohol use, okay? But you're gonna have to clear those up, all right? Anything either you want to say prior to sentencing?
No, Your Honor. I would like to request a payment plan if
Oh, yeah, I'm not even worried about that, okay? We'll get to that. So I'm gonna adopt the recommendation for the most part. You have a fine of $400. You have court costs of $400, estate costs of $50, crime victims' rights fee of $75, probation oversight fees of $250. If there's restitution, we'll set a hearing for it in the future. And you have an assessment fee of $100. And then on the double parking, you have a fine of $165, so the total is $1,490. You can have a payment plan, okay? I'm gonna give you 6 months probation, right? But it's a first offense. You have some warrants, and you reported some things that, you know, make me believe, and I don't have to put all of that on the record for the world to hear, but there are some reasons outlined in the PSI that makes me believe, based on your self-reporting, that a period of probation is appropriate. Okay, you can be eligible for early termination under Michigan law at the halfway point if you've complied with all of the terms. Okay, so you finish all this stuff and you can request early termination at the halfway point. So 6 months probation, you have 5 days of community service, that's 40 hours in the city of Taylor as directed by probation, and provide proof. You'll abstain from the use of alcohol or controlled substances unless they're prescribed by a physician. Documentation will be required, and that's for the term of probation. With random drug and alcohol testing is deemed necessary at your expense. You'll do a 1-day alcohol education program. As directed by probation through ETRS, provide proof and follow all therapeutic recommendations. You'll attend the victims impact panel as directed by probation and provide proof. of completion. You'll complete any other ancillary services deemed warranted. You're not to go into bars or liquor stores or any other business where the primary purpose is the sale or service of alcohol. Can't surround yourself with drug or alcohol using peers. You must maintain employment and provide proof. You'll clear outstanding bench warrants. Cannot operate a motor vehicle with a valid license. And Mr. Burns, were you fingerprinted at time of arrest?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't need to do that. So what you'll do is go downstairs to the probation department when you leave the court, okay?
Okay.
And they'll make an orders appointment with you. I do not expect you to remember everything I just said, okay?
Okay.
They'll go over it with you in detail so you understand exactly what the expectations of the court are. All right?
This is where sentencing becomes real life. Nearly $1,500 in fines, probation, classes, community service, and now the pressure of weekly payments. The judge isn't demanding perfection, just effort. In court, consistency speaks louder than excuses. Can Burns turn financial strain into accountability and prove he's serious?
And as soon as you wrap these things up, I know it sounds like a lot, but a lot of it is don't drink, take a 1-day class, take a 2-hour lecture from Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and clear your warrants, and do 5 days of community service. It's something you can totally do within the time frame allotted, okay? And what are you proposing you can pay on that? Are you working?
Yes, but I'm the only one working that got rent, so.
I'm gonna say this, I mean, you're gonna have to pay something, right? But you can talk to the probation department too about your ability to pay. And there are forms you can fill out when it goes to your fines and costs. So you can ask the probation department about that, okay?
Okay.
But I'm adopting the recommendation. I wrote needs payment plan. You can discuss that with them as well. I wanna see a good faith effort. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to pay off in 6 months. It's sure a lot of money to pay off in 3. But I wanna see you make an effort. So if you're coming up every week and you're paying something on it, it'll go a long way with me when we have a discussion about these fines and costs later.
Yeah,
All
I can
right.
pay every week, that's fine.
All right, just make a payment and show me that you're making an effort to pay it. All right?
Okay.
All right, we're all set.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Tillo, who do you have?
Joseph Powell.
All right, Mr. Powson, come on up. Okay, this is 253-768 OM and 253-769 OM, the People versus Joseph Powson.
Deanne Patillo, 82378 on behalf of Mr. Powelson. Station.
Joseph Olson.
All right, Mr. Powson, it's your first time at court here. Counsel as to arraignment.
Mr. Powelson stands mute and we waive reading of the information.
Or a not guilty plea on your client's behalf for purposes of arraignment. Where's the dog now?
So he doesn't have the.
Right now she's at, she went to get, rehomed, okay? But she's not doing well because she won't eat or drink and is scared of her own shadow. The lady next
No,
door.
wait, let me tell you, no, listen, you have a right to remain silent. So when and this is why I'm telling you this. Today, there's a day where you can tell your attorney your story today. There might be a day where I get all the details, but it's not today. All right, that's not how it works. So talk to Ms. Patillo. She's a competent attorney. Trust her advice. My question is, I'm setting bond conditions. So we've got $1,000 personal bond. That means you don't have to post any money or anything, okay? Procedurally, these are things I have to do.
Okay.
And then, Ms. Patillo, I'm gonna ask you, if the dog's not in the home,
No, not at this time.
is there an intention that the dog is returning to the home?
I want the dog back.
Okay, well,
She's not vicious, man.
So Judge, Attorney Fanto filed a motion. So I guess they're gonna need a motion date as to when that motion can be heard. And I don't believe the prosecutors filed a response to that motion.
They file these motions all the time.
Daniel Dobbins is my attorney, because took surgery, and he wasn't able to come with me today.
Who?
Daniel Dobbins.
Okay.
It was with Wallace Winters that she didn't know either.
Okay, well, Mr. Fanto, you should talk to him or have your attorney talk to him.
I have not talked to this man that.
All right.
I talked to nobody.
And when a case comes in, right, and it's someone that we assume may need a public defender, did you talk to Mr. Fanto?
I did, well, and him and the prosecutor.
Okay, all right.
But nobody's
Have
talked to me.
Okay, well, it's your first court appearance, it's your first time in, so today would be the day they talk to you. But Mr. Fanto files this, he's a defense attorney. He was yours, right? Him or Ms. Patillo come in the courtroom, represent you if you don't have a lawyer, but you have a lawyer. But he files a motion on every one of these cases, and there's a reason.
Okay.
So you should probably have your attorney talk to him,
Okay.
because he's already filed a motion on your behalf. So for now, you're to appear in court as directed, you're not to commit any new crimes while released, you're to immediately notify the court of change of address or phone number.
The temperature spikes here. Strict leash-only bond conditions, no backyard exceptions, and a direct warning to chill out. The judge isn't deciding guilt yet. She's controlling risk. When emotions rise in court, discipline matters. One wrong move before trial could completely change this defendant's outcome.
If the dog returns to the house, which I think is ill-advised given what you got going on right at the moment, but if the dog does return to the house, I want to be very clear. That dog is not to go outside unless you're standing next to him and he's on a leash or a lead. You understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm telling you, that dog's not going backyard, front yard, other yard, nothing. That dog only goes outside when you were holding a leash in your hand and you walk the dog through your yard to go to the bathroom. That dog is not to be unleashed even in the backyard. You understand?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Is anyone else here on this case?
There was a victim the prosecutor spoke to.
Okay, and they let her go.
That doesn't own the
I'm
dog.
not sure if she's still out there.
She doesn't own the dog.
Ma'am, this is not, sir, listen, you're coming in for a really standard hearing and you're feisty and listen to me. Shh, listen, chill out, okay? Talk to your lawyer. I don't need all that today. I'm arraigning you. I'm telling you what your bond conditions are. That's all we're doing today. And then you have a retained attorney. I've advised you, your retained attorney should probably talk to our House counsel here that filed a motion on your behalf so that your attorney is aware of what motion was filed and why. So I'm gonna go ahead, those are the bond conditions, and then we're going to, like, sorry, listen, this is what I guess is aggravating me, and I don't know anything about the case, but listen, if you own a dog and you love a dog, you know how people care about their animals, right? And if someone else, it's just an allegation, but if someone else, if someone else has a dog, do you think they also love their dog? Yes or no? Okay, so you can understand how situations like this become difficult for everyone involved. Because the way you feel about your dog is the same way that person feels about their dog. And that's just, listen, as one dog lover to another, that's the truth. So take the temperature down today. That's all I'm saying.
I don't have a temperature. I'm
Okay.
asking questions, man.
Those are my bond conditions, and we'll set this for motion hearing. And your attorney has not filed, I know you say you have an attorney, nobody has filed an appearance in this case.
Well, he had to go into surgery. That's why he said when I go into court, let him know that I'm not being able to show up because he had surgery.
Okay, Well, I hope he's doing better, but I want you to understand, your attorney went to law school and knows if he's representing you in this court, he has to file a piece of paper with this court telling us he's your lawyer. Because as of right now, you have house counsel. Because your attorney, and I understand he had a procedure, but he knows he has to file a piece of paper. Because we can't send him notices, he's not acknowledged as your attorney in this building by law until he notifies us that he's your lawyer. So when he gets back before this date, just tell him he knows he has to file his appearance. We'll send it in the mail. It's gonna be at least 30 days out, so he should have time to recover and to communicate with Mr. Fanto about the motion that was filed, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, anything else today?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, we're all set, sir.
All right, thank you.
Priority waste, Mr. Dillon, this is 25TA 26979, 25TA 25294A, B, and C. Can I get your appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. Alex Dillon, 252648 on behalf of Priority Waste.
And you also, I just realized Summer Priority Logistics. I assume that's your client as well?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes. 294
Okay,
Priority Logistics. I appear on their behalf as well.
I didn't even realize it until I looked down at it. So, okay, on this one file ending in 979, I see that the offer's been made to reduce it down to a fine of $1,750 by stipulation with a offense date of September 26, 2025 in the city of Taylor. How do you plead on behalf of your client on that offense?
Responsible.
30 days, okay?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, and then on the other one here, this is the A, B, and C files, the 294 A, B, and C. I see there's an offer that if your client pled responsible on the A file with a fine of $1,200, that the B and C files would be dismissed pursuant to that agreement. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And it's a commercial overweight alleged to occur on September 12th of 25. How do you plead on behalf of your client?
Responsible.
All right, I'll accept that plea as well. B and C are being dismissed pursuant to the plea agreement. And so that's $1,200 and $1,750, and your client has 30 days, all right?
Thank you, Judge. Appreciate your time.
All right, thanks, have a good day. Mildred Blackburn?
Yeah.
Hi, good morning, ma'am. Can you come on up to this podium? Oh, you can have a seat there. If you can just have a seat. I'll call it from there. I can hear you okay. All right, this is 25179563, the People versus Mildred Blackburn. Ms. Blackburn, real loud, I need you to tell me your first and last name.
Mildred Blackburn.
All right, Ms. Blackburn, I have a note in the file from the prosecutor that says this is going to be adjourned about 4 weeks. So you can get the repairs done.
Okay.
All right. Have you been working on these repairs so far?
They went over there and inspected them, and I have to wait. There's somebody living in there right now. So
Okay. Is it a rental?
They'll be getting right. Yeah, they'll be getting right in there.
Okay, so you're in the process. You just can't make it go any faster than you are.
Yeah, I've got the furnace person to come out and check out the furnace and all that.
All right.
This week.
Okay, perfect. So we'll send you a notice of the new date in the mail, okay? And you're all set for the day, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Not every case explodes. Some hinge on compliance. Repairs pending, paperwork incomplete, certificates unresolved. The court grants time, but it's conditional. Adjournments aren't free passes. They're opportunities to fix problems before penalties follow. Deadlines matter here, and the next hearing could look very different.
Asma Anwar?
Ready, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, what's your name?
Angela Carbonell, 3 Kids Properties.
Okay, I'll get right text you, okay?
Okay.
All right, come on up. This is 25181-491. The City of Taylor versus Asma Anwar.
Good morning, Your Honor. John George, bar number 27843, appearing on behalf of Asma Anwar. Asma Anwar is to my extreme left, and this is Asma's husband's sister who lives in the house. And I talked to Mr. Greco, and he suggested an adjournment so we could fill out paperwork to eliminate this need for a certificate of occupancy in the event where it's a family member living in the house.
All right, we'll adjourn it out then, and we'll set a date, and I can't give you the date now, it'll probably be 30 days, about 30 days out, okay?
That's fine.
We'll
Your
send a
Honor.
notice.
Thank you.
so much. All right, have a good day.
That was Tommy Jones, wasn't it?
3 Kids Property,
Yeah.
come on up.
Would you like to send it downstairs?
261-81811, the City of Taylor versus 3 Kids Property LLC. Ma'am, can you tell me your first and last name?
Angela Carbonell.
All right, I see the note from the prosecutor. This is not a rental.
As to that arraignment, Your Honor, Ms. Hollingsworth, she stands mute and we waive reading.
I entered not guilty plea on the misdemeanor on her behalf.
As to the pretrial, Your Honor, it looks like the vicious dog will be dismissed and Ms. Hollingsworth will plead responsible to having a dog without a license.
All right, Ms. Hollingsworth, tell me your first and last name.
Nikki Hollingsworth.
So it looks like the vicious dog is being dismissed because of the language of the ordinance. And then, for the allegation, you had no license for your dog or cat on December 16th of 2025 in the City of Taylor. How do you plead, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
No, accept that plea is knowing and voluntarily given. That's a fine of $160. Where's the dog now?
She's at home in my, we usually have a fenced yard. It was just really bad timing that day.
Could you imagine this person trying to do their job though? Like, I don't get it. I don't get all these people with all these dogs that just,
Yeah, I really apologize to her and I feel so bad. This will not happen again, for sure. My dog is older. She's 13. She's losing her hearing and I think she just got startled. I let her out and
okay.
Yeah.
All right. You have 2 weeks to pay that, okay?
Okay, thank you.
And you're all set.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Mr. Gazicki, who do you have?
Mr. Smith, Simone Smith.
All right, Mr. Smith, come on up. This is 26032302, 2507010T, and 260324. There are also civil infractions in these five. There's one more. 260325.
Good morning, Your Honor. James Guzicki on behalf of Mr. Smith. Waive reading of the complaint, stand mute, request court set aside the warrant, and request that we set this up for a settlement conference as a discovery order that's being presented.
You go in front of a magistrate already?
No.
Were you here on February 4th, a couple weeks ago? Were you here in a case?
Yeah.
All right, because it looks like she gave him bonds. This one's still in warrant status. Hold on. All right, so it looks like you got back on a payment plan. Does that sound right?
Yes.
When you came in on some of these older cases. Or one of these cases is older. And you already have bond conditions. Right? She give you bond
Yes.
conditions?
Yes.
All right. So we'll set it for another hearing so that your attorney can get all the discovery on it and the lab results, okay?
Okay.
And your bond conditions will continue to that time, and we'll send you notice in the mail of your next court date. It is probably gonna be about 30 days out. That should be time for your attorney to get what he needs and hopefully for the labs to be done. Anything else?
That's it.
All right, you're all set, sir. And I signed the order granted discovery. Moonstar? No. Moonstar Limited?
It's just a dismissal.
Oh, all right, these are dismissed.
This stretch shows how swiftly cases can end. Appearances entered, prosecutor agreement confirmed, and dismissals granted. Sometimes preparation behind the scenes leads to quiet victories in open court. No drama, just procedural precision. But every dismissal represents strategy, negotiation, and timing executed correctly.
Hara Alshamari. I hope I didn't butcher that name again. Okay. This is 2518059. Ma'am, can you tell me your first and last name?
Hara Alshamari.
Okay. I see the prosecutor's indicated you spoke with the prosecutor, right?
Right.
And we're just gonna adjourn this out about 30 days so that you can get in compliance, okay? And you're all set. We'll send you the next date in the mail, ma'am. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Is this Adnan Hanif? All right, and this is on 26181-758-759. Counsel, can I get your appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. John George, bar number 278430, appearing on behalf of Adnan Hanif, who stands to my left.
All right, and I see that both of these are being dismissed pursuant to the
Your Honor.
prosecutor.
Who's the judge?
All right, good morning. Do we have Vincent Rogers? Mr. Rogers?
Good morning,
Yes.
Your Honor. Jeffrey Fanto on behalf of Mr. Rogers. Your Honor, Mr. Rogers is going to plead guilty to the 260315 larceny that's at Target. The Meyer larceny would be dismissed. There's no restitution required in either. And the paraphernalia would be dismissed, and with this matter to be referred to probation for a pre-sentence interview.
All right, sir, can you tell me your first and last name?
Vincent Rogers.
All right, so the drug paraphernalia, the case 0316, and the, wait, The other larceny that ends in 2935, that's the Meyer one. Those two are being dismissed pursuant to the plea agreement. And then you have this other larceny that's alleged to occurred at Meyer, at Target, and that's on 260315. Sir, you understand larceny is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500 or 3 times the value of the property. Do you understand that?
Yes,
Okay, and did you go over your constitutional rights with your attorney that are outlined on this advice of rights form?
yes, I have.
Did you understand your rights?
Yes,
And did you give your attorney permission to sign your name on this form, sir?
yes,
Mr. Rogers, you understand that if you enter a plea of guilty, you'll be waiving the trial rights listed on that form. There will be no trial of any kind.
okay,
And you understand if you're currently on probation or parole and you enter a plea of guilty, it could be a violation of your conditions.
yes. And I'm not on
And-
probation, so.
Okay, I ask everybody. And sir, you understand if you're not a citizen and you enter a plea of guilty, it could be a violation of your conditions?
Yes,
All right, knowing all of that, sir, how do you plead to the charge of larceny?
guilty.
Has anyone forced you or threatened you to get you to plea?
No,
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea agreement to get you to plea?
no,
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
yes,
Sir, were you in the city of Taylor back on February 3rd of 2026?
yes,
And did you go into the Target over there on Eureka Road?
yes,
And did you do something on that date and location that would make you guilty of larceny?
yes.
What'd you do?
Committed larceny.
What's that mean? What'd you
That
take?
A bunch of things.
All right, and did you take those things with the intent to deprive the owner of their property?
Yes,
And did you pass the points of sale? Did you pass the cash registers with that stuff?
yes,
Satisfied, Mr. Fanto?
I am, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, I'll accept the plea as knowing and voluntarily given. These other 2 cases will be dismissed pursuant to the plea. Mr. Fanto, he has a lot of warrants out at other, is he just sitting on my case or does he have?
He is, Judge, and I was going to ask the court, he's been in since he was arrested on February 3rd. Asked the court to consider converting it to a personal bond.
What's your drug of choice?
so,
For over a decade?
not a decade, but
You started
years.
committing crimes about a decade ago, about 10 years ago, and they're all theft cases. So that makes me think you probably were stealing for something.
that was before I even did. The only thing I did then was weed.
He's got a cash surety bond out of Westland. A cash bond out of Lincoln Park. A cash bond out of Romulus. Did you see any of these courts over the last week?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I had asked him about that, Judge, and apparently they haven't tied him up with them.
They never do. Every time I come here, they never do. So,
Well, I mean, it's not really the judge, it is their job, but it's really your job to go to court. I mean, I'm not gonna fault the jail because they didn't get you on when some of these cases are years old and you don't go. Are you tired enough yet to try something different?
I do want to try something different.
In lieu of, if the court's not inclined for a personal bond, Judge, obviously, if we could get it set as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I'm not, it looks like he's got holds all over and he has not gone to those courts, so he's not going anywhere anyway. You should ask the court officer about that or the sheriff. But I'll get your pre-sentence investigation with the probation department done right away. And then we'll address bond at your sentencing. I'll try and get your sentencing on next week.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, we're all set.
All right, you can sign off, Mr. Rogers.
All right.
Jennifer Eccleton. Hey ma'am, can you come on up to the podium here? All right, this is 261-81701, 261-81700. The People versus Jennifer Eccleton.
Now the weight hits. Guilty plea entered, 2 cases dismissed, but a history of theft and multiple outstanding warrants stops bond relief cold. The judge fast-tracks sentencing instead. This is accountability catching up in real time. Like, comment, and subscribe for more shocking courtroom stories.